Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 22. This past week on Metal, I issued Randy Orton an ultimatum. Either get suspended or even fired, or come here tonight and apologise to the audience. Randy Orton has received an undisclosed fee, a fine, for his actions after kicking CM Punk in the skull last week on episode 21. Randy Orton has been smart and chosen to choose option 2 to apologise in front of you to avoid suspension. At Destruction, he will go one-on-one with CM Punk. However, CM Punk, to my knowledge, is not here tonight because of injuries suffered. He has not been medically cleared to compete until Destruction. Therefore, CM Punk will be kept out of action until that point. But the fact of the matter is, Randy Orton right now here tonight has the opportunity to apologise to the fans, Batista, and CM Punk for his actions. That is all I have to say at the matter for now. And apart from that, enjoy the show. This is the final episode before Destruction. The pay-per-view is only one episode away, and live here tonight, we get to see the Hell in a Cell structure in all of its glory. Here tonight, live on No Limits Wrestling. Plus, as you just heard, Randy Orton momentarily will come out and apologise to you, the fans. But that's coming up next. What's coming up later? One of the huge matches made for tonight. Chris Jericho, after attacking Chris Benoit this past week on Metal, goes one-on-one with the man who will take on Sting in the last man standing match at Destruction, The Undertaker. It is The Undertaker versus Chris Jericho. That's happening later on tonight. And as mentioned before, still to come here, before Triple H and Shawn Michaels face off inside Hell in a Cell for the world title at Destruction, Hell in a Cell comes to tonight. They confront each other as they step inside the massive steel structure later on tonight. Gonna be incredible to see that massive structure live tonight, in person for the first time ever. And here we go. What has he got to say? He's got a lot of explaining to do. After kicking CM Punk in the skull last week, the commissioner has ordered him to apologise to the audience, and that's exactly what he's about to do. Randy Orton out here to apologise to this audience and to CM Punk after what he did to him last week. He interfered in CM Punk's match with John Cena and cost him that matchup by kicking him in the skull and giving him concussion. He was laid out on a stretcher and he dragged him in the ring to humiliate him further. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's CM Punk! But the commissioner said he wasn't here, but apparently he is. CM Punk beating the hell out of Orton. Good God, kicks to the skull. CM Punk wailing on Orton. And I could have sworn that he was not here tonight. He's definitely not medically cleared to compete. He's here against the commissioner's orders, and he is beating the hell out of Orton. CM Punk has had enough. He is not going to sit back and let Orton humiliate him like he did last week. He is beating up Orton, and Orton is in La La Land at the moment. My God. GTS, go to sleep to Orton. CM Punk coming out here. And how to knock a man unconscious in under 40 seconds. CM Punk doing just that. Did you see how viciously he went after Orton? Like a feral dog. Goes straight after the head. CM Punk, there's no way that he's ready to compete now. But he is ready to kick ass. He's definitely not here on the commissioner's orders. He won't be happy about that, but CM Punk don't care. He's got first-hand revenge and taken out the man who he faces at Destruction. CM Punk will go one-on-one with Randy Orton at Destruction, but what is his state of mind heading into the event?
I fully understand the situation between you guys at the moment. I get it. But you two need to sort out your differences right now. Tonight, this is the last time you will come into contact with each other. Do I make myself clear? You are not to interfere in each other's matches tonight like you have done numerous times in this past week. Now, Chris Benoit, last week on the highlight reel, you made Chris Jericho tap out. And Chris Jericho, this past week, you made Chris Benoit tap out after his match on Metal. So that is why I have listened to your pleas, Chris Jericho. You say you want an Intercontinental Championship match? Well, I feel you've earned one. At Destruction, it's going to be a submission match for the Intercontinental Championship. Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho. Now you two will have that submission match at the pay-per-view for that championship. But right now, I don't want you two to come into contact with each other for the remainder of the evening. In fact, I don't want you two attacking each other until your match at Destruction. Do I make myself clear? Good. Now you can get ready for your respective matches tonight.
Well, the Commissioner making a huge match for Destruction. Submission rules for the Intercontinental Championship. So Benoit and Jericho will go one-on-one at Destruction. However, they are ordered not to interfere in each other's respective matches tonight. And here's a man who's looking to bounce back after a series of disappointing defeats, in all honesty. The Big Red Machine, Kane. Ever since Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, hasn't really got on foot with regards to wins here in No Limits Wrestling the night after WrestleMania. He lost to Raven in a hardcore title matchup, and just last week lost to Shawn Michaels in the main event. He will hope to get a victory here tonight. However, his opponent is not going to make it easy. Kane is set to go one-on-one with AJ Styles here tonight live on No Limits Wrestling, the final No Limits Wrestling before the Destruction pay-per-view. Kane hasn't been put on the pay-per-view yet, he hasn't been booked, but maybe he can get booked if he puts on a strong showing against AJ Styles here tonight. The last time we saw AJ Styles, he picked up a 1-2-3 victory over the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H. He won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, which guarantees him a World Heavyweight Championship match anytime, any place he chooses. He has all the power in his hands with that thing. He can cash it in anytime he chooses. He could cash it in tonight, he can cash it in a few months' time, who cares? He's going to bide his time and be wise with it. He won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, which also featured Kane, and then the night after WrestleMania defeated Triple H, albeit with help from Shawn Michaels. Was on vacation last week. The Commissioner said he could take some time off, and he has, and he's back here tonight to go one-on-one with the Big Red Machine, Kane. AJ Styles, a crafty individual, and kicks him right in the skull there. Jaw jack in that time, and Kane sent over the ropes. AJ Styles, such a high-flying master as he goes on the ropes, and oh my! Moonsault from AJ Styles. Comes colliding with Kane. First matchup of the evening, AJ Styles going one-on-one with the Big Red Machine. The Big Red Monster going in the ring now and meets a fist of AJ Styles. Styles, you wonder what he's got to do to combat the power that Kane possesses. Styles is a accomplished performer in the ring though, and oh my god, look at that. The way his body wrapped around that steel post, and now Kane just going to exacerbate it. Retching the body of AJ, stretching it across that steel ring post, and those ribs going to be sore tonight if this continues, especially after that move. Driven back first into the steel ring post, and now they go back in the ring. Kane continuing the onslaught onto Mr. Money in the Bank. Kane would like to get some sort of vengeance over AJ Styles, I mean, he wasn't too happy that he didn't win Money in the Bank. AJ Styles also in that matchup at WrestleMania. He was the one who ended up winning. And now he has the ultimate power in his hands. Kane might be a little bit jealous that he doesn't get a world title opportunity like Styles has. But now, look at this, roll through, and now Kane just about kicks out. AJ Styles almost had him caught out there. Very quick and crafty by Styles, but he's in the corner now in trouble. But manages to reverse that. Has him held by the head and a bulldog by AJ Styles. Still to come later tonight, Triple H and Shawn Michaels will step inside Hell in a Cell to settle their differences before they set to meet inside Hell in a Cell at Destruction for the world title. AJ Styles, of course, has a title matchup on the cards. However, you see the insecurity just a moment ago, and now the clothesline by Kane, but AJ Styles still manages to kick out. Also here tonight, The Undertaker, before his last man standing match against Sting at Destruction, will go one-on-one with Chris Jericho. As we've just seen, will go one-on-one with Chris Benoit for the IC title in a submission match at Destruction. AJ Styles seems to have all the momentum. The ball is in his court as he goes over the ropes with the leg drop. Here's another cover and another kick out by Kane, who last week lost to Shawn Michaels as mentioned before. He's looking to get back on track with a victory over Styles. It's not going to be easy. He's on the top, and oh my, the shooting star press misses. Kane moves out of the way, and very wise from Kane to move out of that attempt. And now a drop kick by Kane. Kane now looks to put AJ away. An uppercut, and now follows him by the throat. Styles is in deep trouble now. Going for the chokeslam maybe, but rolls through. And now roll up by Styles. Here's a cover, and his feet are on the ropes, but he wins anyway. AJ Styles. Well, that was a little bit questionable. I don't know if the referee certainly didn't see that, but AJ Styles using his ring surroundings to his advantage and putting his feet on the ropes to gain some more leverage. Nevertheless, that should have been a kick out. Shouldn't have counted, but it did regardless. Referee didn't see a thing. Well, AJ Styles, to be fair to him, had most of this match in control until this point when Kane looked as if he was going to hit the chokeslam. It was then that he rolled him up, and here we're going to see again what happened exactly. It was too fast at the time, but there you see him. There we go. He gets his feet on the ropes, and that's how he won this matchup. Questionable tactics by Styles, but nevertheless picks up the victory over the Big Red Machine Kane. Mr. Money in the Bank rolls on. However, Kane, I'm not sure he's going to be too happy with that, especially considering his losing streak continues. And in those circumstances, I wouldn't be happy if I were Kane either. But regardless of that, the fans still behind Styles. Styles, uncharacteristically, using the ropes to gain the leverage and the advantage. And with that, AJ Styles picks up the victory over Kane in our first match of the evening. And there you see in the backstage, Kevin Nash later tonight, he will be in action on No Limits. Oh my! CM Punk.
You're going to want to sue me, because I'm going to be in jail. You want to guess what I'm going to be in jail for? Animal cruelty. Because I'm going to beat you like a bitch.
Oh, good God. Shots fired. CM Punk responding to Orton after attacking him earlier in the night. Just going to quickly apologise for some of the language that CM Punk used just there, but he is not happy after being punted in the skull last week by Randy Orton. He's not cleared to compete here tonight, but he will be cleared to compete to face Randy Orton at Destruction. But shifting our focus now to this matchup, and this is the first time we've seen The Miz since the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania. It was at WrestleMania where The Miz was pushed off a ladder by his now former tag team partner Mr. Kennedy, as he was known. He was pushed off the ladder, through another ladder, and required some intensive care in hospital. But he's alright now, he's back up on his feet, and he's taken on another man who was in the Money in the Bank ladder match and has built some incredible momentum over the past couple weeks in Cara. Cara followed up a win over Carlito a few episodes ago, with a victory over the former Intercontinental Champion Alberto Del Rio this past week on Metal. Sin Cara is here tonight to continue to build momentum in this post-WrestleMania period to take on Cleveland's own The Miz. Sin Cara has built some steady momentum, however The Miz would like to differ to that and try and put a stop to it. This is the first time he's competed since WrestleMania way back months ago, so you gotta believe that Miz still feeling the effects of being pushed off and betrayed by his former tag team partner in Mr. Anderson. Safe to say they're not teaming anymore. However, Mr. Anderson's gone his own path. He's facing Kurt Angle at Destruction. Here's a cover. The Miz going his own path as well, and he does that by taking on Sin Cara here tonight. Ducks under the clothesline, does Sin Cara, and now here's the athleticism from Cara. Masked marvel there. Athleticism, Hurricane Rana. Miz goes out of the ring. What do you think Sin Cara's going? He's running at the ropes, but a punch sends Sin Cara down again, right in his tracks as well. The Miz making sure he's watched the tapes of Sin Cara's matches over the past few weeks in No Limits Wrestling, and there's a punch by Sin Cara, but sent back down to the mat with authority. And now the Miz is beating the hell out of Sin Cara. He knows his stuff. Although he's not won many matches here in the company, he's a very talented wrestler, and I can almost guarantee that in the future he'll have a chance to shine. Whether he does it tonight, who knows? Corner clothesline crushes him in the corner that time. The Miz staying on Sin Cara, not letting him build any of that high-flying momentum that he does. He's on the top rope, and there it is. Double axe handle from The Miz. Has time to taunt, but that wasn't why. Sin Cara rolls him up. Here's a cover, and almost caught him out that time. The Miz wisely rolls away immediately to avoid any further damage. And now he's going to go for a stunner perhaps, but grabs him by the neck, and there's an elbow. Sorry, a knee to the back of the head, and there's a neck breaker by The Miz. The Miz in complete control of Sin Cara, but Sin Cara is known for putting his opponents away in a flash really quickly. Will he do the same tonight? Who knows? Miz, not going well for him at that point. Goes straight chest first into the corner turnbuckle. Sin Cara whips him, and now, oh my goodness, look at the athleticism of Sin Cara. May not be the time to pose, but still, look at this. All high fly and spins around. There's a crossbody from the ropes, but Miz still kicks out. Sin Cara can put you away in a flash, and he's about to do that to The Miz. Can Miz get back into this? Oh, he's looking to go for the skull crushing finale, but there's a right to the eyes by Sin Cara. And now the Hurricane Rana again in the armbar. Sin Cara does away The Miz with authority. Sin Cara puts his mark and leaves his mark on The Miz in another quick, high-flying, pacey matchup. Sin Cara, he doesn't even need to think. He just does it. Does it so quick and fast, and that is why he's a wonder to watch here in No Limits Wrestling. Has gone unbeaten since WrestleMania, and The Miz, in his first match back since WrestleMania, doesn't pick up the victory that he would have liked. Well, we see the athleticism that Sin Cara displayed, jumping off the ropes, and even had time to pose a little bit. Crossbody didn't do it. When The Miz looked like he was going for Skull Crusher finale, it was Sin Cara with the Hurricane Rana armbar that put away The Miz in the end. Gets the 1-2-3 here tonight, and adds another name to the list of men that Sin Cara has defeated. Although a man of his size, you wouldn't expect to rack up too many wins, he has done impressive things since WrestleMania. The Miz is not a happy bunny, it's obvious to see. Perhaps splitting from Mr. Anderson didn't do him too good after all. Although it's only one match doesn't do everything for your career, but one match can decide a lot, and Sin Cara picks up a victory, a vital victory, over Cleveland's The Miz. Well, nevertheless, still to come tonight. What a chaotic first part it was, and a chaotic second part is still to come. Before Shawn Michaels and Triple H are set to meet in Hell in the Cell later tonight, Chris Jericho will go one-on-one with The Undertaker before Taker's last man standing match against Sting at Destruction. It's live in part 2, Chris Jericho versus The Undertaker.